That carton of 100% pure orange juice you just grabbed from the refrigerated section, it is lying to you. It is not fresh. It is not natural. And in many cases, it is barely even juice. You are holding a bottle of chemically engineered, deoxygenated, reflavored sugar water that might be older than your toddler. Put the bottle down. We need to have a serious conversation about the liquid deception happening in aisle 4. Today, we are exposing the juice industrial complex. We are ripping the cheerful labels off the bottles to show you the gray industrial reality underneath. We are going to look at the massive fraud being perpetrated by giants like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, and Dr. Pepper, who have convinced you that drinking 53 grams of liquid sugar is a healthy start to your morning. We are going to break down the chemistry of flavor packs, the lie of not from concentrate, and the absolute scam of premium labeling. I have reviewed the data, the lawsuits, and the manufacturing patents. We are going to name names. We are going to list the 15 brands you need to banish from your fridge immediately and the 5 rare exceptions that actually deserve your money. Are you ready to learn why your fresh juice is actually a zombie product reanimated in a lab? Let's get to work. The Great Juice Scam. The science of the lie. Before we get to the brands, you have to understand the mechanism of the fraud. How does the industry take a fruit that rots in a week and sell it to you in a bottle that lasts for months? The industry uses a word they hope you never learn: de-aeration. Here is what happens. Oranges are picked, they are squeezed, but they aren't bottled immediately. That juice is pumped into massive million-gallon holding tanks. To stop it from spoiling, they strip out all the oxygen. This is de-aeration. When you remove the oxygen, you kill the bacteria, which allows the juice to be stored in these vats for up to a year. But here is the catch. When you strip the oxygen, you also strip the flavor, you strip the aroma, you strip the soul of the orange. What is left in that tank is a flavorless, colorless sludge of sugar water. It doesn't taste like orange, it tastes like nothing. So, how do they sell it to you? They hire flavor and fragrance houses, the same people who make perfume, to engineer flavor packs. These are chemical cocktails derived from orange byproducts, chemically manipulated to taste exactly like what a focus group thinks an orange should taste like. Because these packs are technically derived from oranges, the FDA allows them to be labeled as natural flavors, or simply not listed at all. This is the zombie juice loophole. They kill the juice, store it for a year, and then reanimate it with chemical flavoring right before bottling, and they have the audacity to call it fresh. Furthermore, almost all these juices are pasteurized. They are boiled. This kills the bad bacteria, yes, but it also destroys the delicate enzymes, the heat-sensitive vitamins, and the very things that make fruit alive. You are drinking dead sugar. Now that you know the game, let's look at the players. Here are the brands that are playing you for a fool. The dirty list. 15 brands to avoid. 1. Minute Maid, the Coca-Cola deception. Let's start with the Titan. Minute Maid is owned by Coca-Cola. That should tell you everything you need to know. They control a quarter of the market, and they operate one of the biggest zombie juice operations on the planet. Minute Maid is the king of the de-aeration tanks. That juice you are drinking has likely been sitting in a vat for months. But the real crime here is the sugar profile. A standard 12-ounce serving of Minute Maid contains 33 grams of sugar. To put that in context, a can of Coke has 39 grams. You are drinking liquid candy for breakfast. And don't be fooled by their Kids Plus line. They slap vitamins on the label to make you feel like a good parent, but you are feeding your child a sugar spike that will crash their energy levels an hour later. It lacks the fiber of the fruit, meaning that sugar hits the bloodstream instantly. It is a metabolic disaster disguised as health food. 2. Tropicana, the PepsiCo illusion. If Minute Maid is the king, Tropicana is the queen of deception. Owned by PepsiCo, they are Minute Maid's biggest rival in the race to the bottom. Their marketing genius was the phrase pure premium. Premium? There is nothing premium about juice that has been stripped of oxygen and reflavored with proprietary chemical packs. Tropicana creates specific flavor profiles for different regions. The Tropicana you drink in New York tastes different than the one in California because they chemically engineer it that way. It is not nature, it is a formula. In 2011, they tried to rebrand with honest packaging, removing the orange from the label to look cleaner. Sales plummeted. They realized that you, the consumer, need the lie. You need the picture of the sun-kissed orange to forget that you are drinking industrial sludge. They switch back immediately. They prioritize the perception of freshness over the reality of chemistry. 3. Simply Orange, the algorithmic lie. This is the most insidious one on the list. Also owned by Coca-Cola, Simply Orange is designed to trick the people who think they are too smart for Minute Maid. It costs more. The bottle looks elegant. The branding is minimalist. It screams, I am natural. It is a lie. Coca-Cola has actually patented a black book algorithm for Simply Orange. They use a massive computer model to blend inconsistent batches of dead juice, tweaking acidity, sweetness, and flavor inputs to ensure that every bottle tastes exactly the same 365 days a year. Nature is inconsistent. Simply Orange is an engineered product. They use the exact same deaeration and flavor pack process as Minute Maid. You are paying a stupidity tax. You are paying extra for a better logo on the same industrial product. 4. Ocean Spray, the cranberry con. Ocean Spray has built an empire on the myth that their juice prevents urinary tract infections, UTIs. While cranberries have some benefits, Ocean Spray products are essentially high fructose corn syrup delivery systems. Look closely at the bottle. It says juice cocktail. In industry speak, cocktail means water and sugar. Their classic cranberry juice cocktail is only 27% juice. The rest is water and sugar, usually high fructose corn syrup. One glass has 28 grams of sugar. That is not a health tonic, that is inflammation in a bottle. The massive amount of sugar completely undermines any antioxidant benefit you might get from the cranberries. You are better off taking a pill than drinking this red sugar water. 5. Capri Sun, the pouch of mold. Respect the pouch? How about respecting your child's health? Capri Sun is not juice, it is a juice drink. Most varieties contain a pathetic 10% to 15% real juice. The rest is water and corn syrup. But the real horror story here is what you can't see. Because the pouches are opaque, you cannot see the liquid. There have been massive lawsuits and thousands of consumer reports regarding mold growing inside these pouches. Parents have cut them open to find slime and fungal mats because the preservatives failed or the seal was compromised. You are playing Russian roulette with fungus every time you hand one of these to your kid. 6. Sunny D, the liquid plastic. If you grew up in the 90s, you remember the commercials. Sunny D was cool, Sunny D was energy. The truth, Sunny D is barely food. The original formula was 5% juice, 5%. It is essentially flat orange soda. It is water, corn syrup, and a chemical storm of yellow number 5 and yellow number 6. There was a notorious case in the UK where a child turned bright yellow from overdosing on the beta-carotene in Sunny D. They have tried to rebrand. They have tried to add more vitamins, but you cannot put lipstick on a pig. It is fortified sugar water sold to parents who are too busy to read the label. 7. Apple and Eve, the fake healthy option. This brand targets the crunchy parent. The packaging uses earth tones. It looks wholesome. Their Fruitables line claims to combine fruits and vegetables. It is a classic health halo scam. Yes, there might be a microscopic amount of sweet potato juice, but the primary ingredients are apple and grape juice concentrates, the cheapest, highest sugar fillers in the industry. You aren't getting a serving of veggies. You are getting a serving of fructose with a vegetable whisper. An 8-ounce box contains 28 grams of sugar. That is not a vegetable serving. That is a dessert. 8. Naked Juice, the greenwashing king. Owned by PepsiCo, Naked Juice is the ultimate example of health washing. They charge you a fortune for what looks like a green smoothie. You see Green Machine and you think kale, spinach, health. Turn the bottle around. A standard bottle of Green Machine has 53 grams of sugar. 53. That is more than a Magnum soda. The primary ingredient isn't kale, it's apple juice. They use cheap, sugary apple juice as a base to mask the taste of the tiny amount of spirulina they add for color. They faced a massive lawsuit in 2013 for using the word natural while using synthetic vitamins like calcium pantothenate. They paid $9 million to make it go away, but they didn't change the sugar content. You are drinking a calorie bomb disguised as a salad. 9. Juicy Juice, the 100% sugar trap. 100% juice for 100% kids. That is the slogan. And yes, it is technically 100% juice. But remember rule number 1, juice is just concentrated sugar without fiber. Juicy Juice uses apple and grape juice concentrates as the base for almost everything because they are cheap and sweet. An 8-ounce box has 28 grams of sugar. When you strip the fiber from the fruit, you lose the mechanism that regulates insulin response. You are flooding your child's developing pancreas with pure fructose. Just because it came from a fruit doesn't mean it's safe to consume in these quantities. 10. V8 Splash, the vegetable betrayal. Regular V8 vegetable juice is actually okay, despite the sodium. But V8 Splash, this is a total betrayal of the brand's reputation. V8 Splash is only 5% juice. It is water, high fructose corn syrup, and red Mar40 dye. It contains 18 grams of added sugar per serving. It has nothing to do with vegetables. It is a soft drink wearing a V8 costume to trick you into thinking you are getting vitamins. It is cynical marketing at its worst. 11. Hawaiian Punch, the liquid nightmare. Less than 5% juice. Water, corn syrup, artificial flavor, and red Narir40. This is aggressive marketing to children at its most predatory. They sell it in gallon jugs, encouraging bulk consumption. It stains your teeth, it stains your insides, and it contributes directly to the obesity epidemic. It shouldn't even be in the juice aisle. It belongs in the candy aisle. 12. Bolthouse Farms, the expensive sugar water, owned by Campbell's Soup. Like Naked Juice, they position themselves as premium. They sit in the refrigerated section to imply freshness, but their green goodness has the same 53 grams of sugar problem. Their C Boost and Protein Plus lines are just massive injections of calories and sugar. They use flash pasteurization heat, which degrades the natural nutrients, so they have to add synthetic vitamins back in. You are paying $5 or $6 for a bottle of apple juice masquerading as a superfood smoothie. 13. Welch's, the grape gluttony. Welch's is a cooperative, which sounds nice, but their grape juice is a metabolic bomb. Grapes are incredibly high in sugar. When you concentrate that into juice, you get 36 grams of sugar per serving. That is more than a Coke. They market the heart health benefits of resveratrol, but you would have to drink dangerous amounts of sugar to get a therapeutic dose of the antioxidant. And their fruit snacks, they are candy. They are gummy bears made with corn syrup and a drop of juice concentrate. Don't let the real fruit label fool you. 14. Langer's, the value trap. Langer's is the brand you see in the discount aisle. They make massive jugs of juice cocktails. When you see cocktail or blend on a Langer's bottle, know that it is watered down. Their pomegranate juice is a prime example. It's mostly cheap apple and grape fillers because real pomegranate is expensive. You get what you pay for, and in this case, you are paying for filler. 15. Mott's, the applesauce tricksters. Mott's is iconic for apples, but their juice is just another sugar delivery vehicle. Even their Mott's for Tots line is a scam. It claims to have 40% less sugar. How do they do it? They add water, that's it. You are paying premium prices for watered down apple juice that you could dilute yourself at the sink for free. Is all hope lost? The good guys, okay, take a breath. I know that's depressing. The grocery store is a minefield, but there are survivors. There are brands doing it right. If you must buy juice, these are the only ones that deserve your hard-earned money. 1. Uncle Matt's Organic. This is the gold standard. Uncle Matt's is a Florida-based company that actually understands transparency. They are truly organic. They do not use flavor packs. They do not store their juice in deaeration tanks for a year. Because they don't use chemical engineering to standardize the taste, one batch might taste sweeter or more tart than the next. That is a good thing. That is how nature works. Real food varies. If your juice tastes exactly the same every time, it's fake. Uncle Matt's tastes like oranges because it is just oranges. 2. Evolution. Fresh. Starbucks. You find these at Starbucks and Whole Foods. Why are they on the good list? Because they use HPP, high pressure processing. Instead of boiling the juice to pasteurize it, they use cold water pressure to kill the bacteria. This means the juice is never heated. The heat-sensitive vitamins and enzymes remain intact. Their green juices actually taste like vegetables, celery, kale, spinach, because they aren't masked with pounds of apple sugar. It is expensive, yes, but you are paying for the technology that preserves the nutrients. 3. Suja juice. Like Evolution Fresh, Suja uses HPP, cold pressure. They are certified organic and non-GMO. What I respect about Suja is their labeling transparency. They tell you exactly what is in the bottle. If it's a green juice, you taste the greens. They aren't trying to hide the vegetable taste with a sugar avalanche. 4. Lakewood Organic. This brand has been around since 1935. They sell those glass bottles of pure, single-ingredient juices. Pure cranberry, pure pomegranate. Warning, they taste intense. Their cranberry juice is tart and bitter. That is a sign of quality. That is what real cranberry tastes like before Ocean Spray loads it with corn syrup. You are supposed to dilute these yourself or drink them in small medicinal shots. They use glass bottles, which is infinitely better for flavor preservation and the environment than plastic. 5. Your local cold-pressed juice bar. This is cheating, but it's the truth. The best juice is the one made right in front of you. If you go to a local shop that presses the juice and hands it to you, that is the peak. It is raw. It is alive with enzymes, and it hasn't been oxidized. It expires in 24 hours. That perishability is your guarantee of freshness. The 5 rules of the juice aisle. You are standing in the store. You are overwhelmed. Memorize these 5 rules to stop being a victim of the industry. Rule number 1, ignore the front, read the back. The front of the bottle is advertising. It is a lie. 100% natural, premium, fresh. These words have zero legal meaning. Turn the bottle around. Look at the ingredient list. If you see flavor packs, natural flavors, high fructose corn syrup, or yellow number 5, put it back on the shelf. Rule number 2, the 100% juice trap. Just because it says 100% juice does not mean it is low sugar. Apple and grape juice are sugar bombs. Treat them like soda. They are not health foods. They are treats. Rule number 3, shelf stability is a red flag. If a juice is sitting on a shelf at room temperature in aisle 4, it has been boiled to death. It is dead. Real food rots. Real juice needs refrigeration. If it can survive the apocalypse in your pantry, do not put it in your body. Look for your juice in the refrigerated section, or better yet, the HPP section. Rule number 4, hunt for HPP. Look for the words cold pressed or high pressure processed on the label. This means the juice hasn't been cooked. It means the enzymes are alive. It is the closest you can get to raw juice in a supermarket. Rule number 5, buy a juicer. If you want the truth, the only way to be 100% sure is to be the manufacturer. Buy a decent juicer for $100. Buy a bag of oranges. Squeeze them yourself. It takes 3 minutes. The taste will blow your mind, and you will realize just how fake the premium stuff at the store really is. Plus, you get the fiber if you blend it, which solves the sugar spike issue. The juice industry relies on your laziness and your trust. They think you won't read the label. They think you believe that an orange picked 6 months ago can still be fresh today. Prove them wrong. Stop buying their sugar water. Stop buying their zombie juice. Check your fridge right now. If you see Sunny D, Capri Sun, or Minute Maid, you know what to do. Pour it down the drain because that is where it belongs. Stay healthy, stay skeptical, and eat your fruit.